T Dooley, hello, welcome in. Yes, I've got cute cats. Isn't that amazing? Or was the holy shit for the Guess the Killer game? Well, yeah, you have to buy it. It's an extension that you can buy on toolsbytitus.com. All right, here you go.
Trickling down the back of my eyelids.
I love you, GG.
Trickle becomes a stream. The only way to relieve the pressure is to open the floodgates. But then the blood isn't red anymore.
What is it?
It's black, 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 black. It's black, 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 black. The blood isn't red anymore. It's black, 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 black.
So how does it feel?
It's like this thing living inside me telling me what to do, saying I have to kill. Not leaving me any choice.
I can't believe you're like this.
A lot of people feel like they want to kill somebody, but I have to follow through.
I follow through and I don't have a dark passenger. So how does it feel?
Feels like my head is gonna explode. It's black, 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 black. I don't fight it. I want it. It's all I've got. It's dark passenger. As much as I want to be here with you, the dark passenger really wants to be somewhere else.
Ooh, son of a bitch. I did it again. Oh, you know what? I need to just deactivate my regular camera permanently. Okay. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good days. How's everybody doing? I hope that you had a wonderful Friday. I know I wasn't here, but sue me. Oh, I ended up just not doing much of anything yesterday. That's not entirely true. I went to my mom's and I saw my dog and I cuddled with him for hours. He snuggled up and put his head on my chest and then he laid there and I was like, well, I live here now. So that was my day yesterday. And then I went to bed, around like 3 p.m. Yeah, that was really it. I didn't do much. I think I went grocery shopping and I got some food. I cooked some food. I did a lot of food prep. That was really about it. I started some laundry. I went through a bunch of old shirts that I don't wear anymore because I don't like digging through drawers. I put those in the wash and then I've dried them 12 times. Easily 12 times. Why? Oh, I forgot to fucking start my thing. I had to restart my computer because it totally froze up on me. The internet stopped. It was the weirdest freeze. Let me try to put these words together in a way that it's not all just stupid. It's going to be difficult for me. Yesterday I was working on something. Like after I woke up from my sleep. I built a chat widget. It's actually 90% based on Nutty's chat widget. Remember I was saying that I wanted to change it so that it looked like the liquid glass messages you get on like the home screen of an iPhone. So like messages, yeah. I wanted to do that, right? And the only way to do that with that chat widget was to rebuild it. Because I also have to host it in my website. And I mean, I don't have to. I could have hosted it from my computer probably with a node server. But I don't want to do that stuff anymore. So I started building it into my website. And the more I got it to work, kind of, the more I tested. And after a while of just like flooding it with GIFs and YouTube embeds and images and chat messages and all of this stuff, and it was populating in here and populating in here, and I have like 15 tabs open across 2 different Chrome instances. Like Discord just kind of like logged itself out and started spinning the wheel as if it disconnected from the internet. Web pages wouldn't load at all. It was really strange. So I ended up having to restart my computer, I guess, is where I'm going with that. The whole story was just to say I had to restart my computer. So all of my shit is offline that runs the little thingy thing. Yeah. No. Yes. No. Yeah. Fuck, I have too much stuff. This is why I don't want to do node servers anymore. I'm down to 3 of them. I only run this one still, though. Well, I mean, if I ever used the Raven anymore, I'd run that one too. I could build that into my website. No. Make that a paid tool. Anybody that becomes a member on Fourth Wall can use my artificially intelligent Raven. It'd be a little weird when it was talking shit to me in your stream, though. Because it's totally hard coded in there to talk shit specifically to me. Anyway, I finished the chat widget. It's done. And then as soon as I finished it, I was like, damn, you know, it would be cool. Which I hate doing, but it tends to happen every time I do something. So now I'm not done with it because there's things I want to do to it, I guess. Like there's a little shimmer effect that goes across the glass chat bubbles that I do still need to refine. They're not exactly how I want them, but I got sidetracked. I stopped messing with that because I realized that all of the fonts for the widget didn't work because I never added a library for them. So I had to do that. And then I had to go through Google to find all of the fonts so that I could properly like have the names and family types and shit to put them in to a database so that it can pull from it. And as I'm saying those words, I could have probably, well, no, because I did that. Yeah, so that's all accurate. I was gonna say I probably could have just had it pull straight from Google Fonts, but I did. I did that. And it still wanted me to declare certain things. I don't know why. I can't tell you. It's probably something to do with Next.js. All I know is the deployment failed and it was like, meh. That's exactly what it said. Meh. So, yeah, I got sidetracked doing that instead of working on the glass look for the bubbles. And then the other one was putting YouTube embeds in there, which didn't take too long to resolve an issue I had with it. It wasn't working at first, but I got it. GIFs weren't loading in. That turned out to be a me problem. I had this whole issue I was trying to chase down with rounded corners on the source, I guess. I was going to say container because I thought it was something that was carrying over from the programming Nutty did on his widget. Because I've had that in so long that I totally forgot. I added a freaking filter to it to match the rounded corners of every other source on my screen. So it had nothing to do with the... Why is there still no information in that? Oh, I didn't refresh it. It had nothing to do with the actual source or my script for that. So I was sitting there like going through just every line. Every line. Multiple times. In 3 different files, trying to figure out where it was coming from. Because I didn't do it. It turned out I didn't do it, but I did. I just did it in OBS. When I realized it, I felt so stupid. And rightfully so. Yeah. So I turned that filter off, resolved that rounded corners issue. had a problem with loading avatars from Twitch for a minute. For some reason, I had to change that slightly from I'm guessing that most of the things that I had to change a little bit are just because of the the website end of it, like how my website works versus his. I'm guessing Nutty is built straight into fourth wall. If I had to guess, which I do because I don't know. I've never asked him. I could. He's live right now. Oh. But yeah, there were some little changes to a lot of things. Avatars, the way that the actual Twitch information got pulled. Chat messages weren't loading for a little while. The GIFs thing was a huge pain in the ass. I think that took me longer than anything else. I don't get it. I don't understand why they're so annoying, I guess is the only way to put it. Yeah. It just wouldn't do it. It kept putting it in as text. And that turned out to be another slight change from the existing script. And then it was just little tweaks that I wanted to make for me. Well, that and a big issue I had with the way that I built the preview window in my website. It wasn't auto-scrolling the chat as messages would come in. They just kind of went off screen and stayed off screen. You could obviously scroll it because it had a scroll bar, at least. but they wouldn't auto scroll. And much like that, the browser source in OBS wouldn't feed the chat. As soon as it hit the top of the browser source, it just stopped. No new messages came in. It was dumb. But also my fault. Just poorly written things. And I only made about 17 to 20 mistakes where I double closed things or just did something stupid. So I felt good about that. No, I didn't. No, I did not. Oh, right. So when messages come into the chat feed, for every different user that talks, it alternates sides, much like a text conversation on an iPhone. Or probably any phone. I'm guessing Android works the same way where, you know, if you send a message, you're on the left and the person that responds to you is on the right. I don't know. I've never used an Android phone. Ever. So I don't know what those message layouts look like. And I don't care. But yeah, so if one person is chatting repeatedly, all of their messages will be on the same side. And as soon as somebody else chats, it will switch sides. And it will do that for every other chatter. Just a little touch I thought was cool. I liked it. And then that brought me to thinking that that was also broken because the bubbles for the chat were just going straight off the screen. And I was like, what the fuck? So again, going through several lines, not through 3 different scripts this time. I was looking at 2, specifically the CSS and then the runtime stuff, because that has TypeScript and JavaScript and shit in it. And then the CSS is just styling. So I was trying to figure out why it was cutting off and feeding off screen if the message was long. And I had to have played with, I don't know, 15 different paddings. And then I realized I cropped the source in OBS. I'm really good at stuff. So that was cool. And then after I uncropped that and moved it all the way onto screen, I did realize that I had to change some stuff because the way that I had it set when a message was right aligned, so on the right edge of the browser source window, it still filled all the way to the left. So there's just a huge gap on the right. And then I fixed that by just adding another padding to all messages, even if they're left aligned. It's got like I think it was 56 pixels or something stupid, I don't remember. Which creates a gap that's the size of my finger. That's why that number sounds so specific. I was like, what's a good distance? Nice. And then that worked. So the messages actually look like they alternate. And that's like it. Oh, and adding a source doc in OBS so I can toggle audio for YouTube videos. Because if you post a YouTube video URL into chat, it will show in the chat widget. I just get a lot of requests to watch YouTube videos, and I thought it would be a nice touch to just have it show up right in the chat. It works better for shorts on account of the fact that if the chat is flying, the video just goes away. Isn't that sad that I'm out here and I'm like, yeah, I'll just put YouTube videos in the chat because my chat doesn't move. But it works. It works. It works. All of it. And then all of that to come back to, I finished it, and then I was like, ooh, I want this. I was thinking that the glass has a little shimmer effect to it. I was like, I could change the color of that shimmer for moderators, VIPs, stuff like that. so that moderators shimmer is green, VIPs is pink. You know, matching VIP color and moderator color. I could also do a lot of other things that I hadn't really thought about, and I'm glad I didn't because I'm probably going to end up breaking things or getting stuck trying to do them. Because they don't exist in the old, I guess not current, script that all of this was built off of. Like animations for things. Just little flares to things to make it more, I don't know, dumb. Dumb. I have this tickle in the back of my throat that wasn't there until I started talking. And now the next thing I think I'm going to do is actually try to put that into my website so that people can use it. Oh shit, what did I name this? Sorry, I just realized that oh, yeah, it's still the same name. Just talking about my chat widget. My YouTube stream was named from the last one. I don't know how easy or hard it will be to actually do this so that multiple people can use it. It shouldn't be that hard. Actually, come to think about it, it'll probably be easy because the clock and then the widget animations and everything could just be built into the website, and then the rest of it would be pulled by StreamerBot. Smart. That would actually be, well, stupid easy because I already have the widget built, obviously. And the script in StreamerBot that pulls all the information, and all I would have to do is change the user to a set argument sub action, and then people could put their name in there and it would pull their information. Hell yeah. Although it won't do all of the cool things that mine does. It would just be an informational rotator. So then I don't know if it's even worth it. Because info rotators are everywhere. You can get them from Stream Elements. I mean, the coolest parts of mine are mashed together using plugins and bunches of other things. So that the music widget, the current category widget, videos, everything play inside there. I should make it so that my alerts play inside of it too. But I don't know that I want to. I mean, I've thought about it. I just don't know. Now, off topic of anything that has to do with, stream tools, me building them. For some reason, and I'm actually just like kind of thinking about it. Makes me feel like it was written by AI. OBS added icons to everything. Well, not OBS, I guess. It's Atom, Stream Suite. There's icons on literally like the outputs tab, the chat tab, the activity tab, the stream info tab, the build tab, the live tab, the vertical tab. Maybe they manually put those there, but when I see icons on everything, I start thinking AI. I'm sure they put them in there. They have too many like high class programmers working on that shit to be using like Chat GPT or something. You know? You know what I'm saying? Oh. Oh shit. You know what else I did? Okay. So, Friday, right? Was it Friday? I don't remember. I think it was. It was either Friday or Thursday. Actually, it was Thursday. It was not Friday. Because I went to do it after I went to a buddy of mine's mom's funeral. I, on Wednesday, was walking around in my yard, and I have a shed in the backyard that on one side, for some reason, just has a gutter, and on the other side, it has a soffit. Don't ask me why. I didn't build it. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. There's no soffit on the left, just a gutter. And on the right, no gutter, just a soffit. Also, the trim to the door is built up into the soffit. Whoever built this shed is a real... He's something special. So I was just blowing leaves around the shed and looking at things that were left here by the previous owner around the perimeter of the shed. And then I noticed the soffit. And then I looked up into the soffit, and there were 14 hornet nests. So frickin' many. Now, thankfully, it was just winter. There are no hornets. So it was a perfect time to remove all of those nests. And I did. I took them all out, and I put them in my fire pit, where I will be burning them. Eventually. And then I was like, I need a soffit cover. A vented soffit cover, because roofing needs to breathe. Even though the interior of the shed is completely open, I had not really thought of that. I could have just sealed it up with plywood. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I went to Menards. I bought a vented soffit. I cut it down because the distance, right? It's 194 inches long. And you can either buy 12-inch wide vented soffit panels that you interlocked together, and they're like $11 a piece or something. And I would have needed a shit ton. It would have cost me over $100 to do that. Or they sold a 16-inch wide by 12-foot long section. Now, 12 feet is not going to reach end to end on 194 inches. But being the big brain person that I am, not, I cut it into 11-inch deep sections because the soffit is 11 inches deep by 194 inches wide. And that gets you 11 pieces that are 16 inches wide. And that cost me $30. Smart. I said 11. It doesn't get you 11 pieces. It gets you like 13. I don't remember the words that are coming out of my mouth, okay? Leave me alone. I'm getting tired. I slept pretty freaking well for the first time in like the entire week. My neck was so bad that this is the first time I can do this since Tuesday. Yesterday, my work actually put me in a department where you don't do anything because I couldn't turn my head. I was like, it's fine, dude. Look at this. Okay? I'm good. He's like, how are you going to drive the pallet jack and look right if you have to take a right turn? I was like, it's easy, bro. Watch. See? And they laughed at me and said no. So yeah, I slept incredibly well yesterday and woke up at 10 o'clock feeling great. I was like, oh shit, I can move my head. I got to get a new pillow, man. But I say that to say this. I don't think that the 8 hours that I slept yesterday was enough to make up for how shittily I've slept for the rest of the week. Either that or it's just, my memory sucks. It could be either. I do have a history of memory loss, so it surfaces from time to time. Or a lot. I don't know. I want to do something fun today. I do want to go see They Will Kill You. I think that's the name of the movie, right? I thought about going to see that today, but then I got hung up working on this chat widget. And now I don't know, because my nephew is also coming over. He sent me a message at 2 o'clock in the morning asking if I still wanted to sell my, the fuck is it called? The Riffmaster guitar that I bought to play Clone Hero before I found my...
What? No soup for you.
Hey, Creasy. And I thought fun would be streaming more games. Meh. See? There's... Wait, it's that one. That's the chat widget. This is a chat widget. Love it. I mean, I could play more games. Games could be played. What was I saying? I like the previous chat widget better, but this is also cool. Don't you dare hate on my chat widget. The previous one was just a box with chat in it. This is bubbles. Bubbles are better. Bubbles are fun. People like bubbles. I don't hate it. This one does all of the same stuff and more. So it's cool. The glass texture is hard to make out though. Bubbles are some 2000s. Tell that to iPhone. Matter of fact, tell that to any phone. All messages come in bubble form. Chrissy, how are you? How was your week? Where have you been? My week was absolutely shit. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. You should have been here. I would have made it better by crying with you. And murdering whoever made it bad. Stabby, stabby. No, there is a glass texture for these bubbles. You can't really make it out though. I was playing with the opacity before I went live. I think I turned it down too much, but it was super freaking high. And it's through like 3 different things to get the effect that I wanted. I think I overcorrected by a lot. But it's hard to tell because in the preview thing it was a solid black background and you can really make out the texture in there. And OBS crashed because I tried to do something with the audio for YouTube videos that apparently OBS doesn't like. Turning on audio control for a browser source is apparently a no-no. Because I turned on control audio with OBS for a browser source and OBS went bye-bye. I had the inventory thing Monday through Wednesday, right? And I got my first fine ever from some bullshit in Sweden. What? You got a fine? Why? For what? That's super lame. I can't kill Sweden. I mean, if it was a singular person, I'd think about it. My OBS dropped frames. I got a fine for giving some space for pedestrians when they were walking on the side of the road. According to cops, I was supposed to stop. What? Were they crossing the street or just walking on the side of it? Why would you stop for pedestrians walking on the side of the street? Were they walking in the same direction as you or coming towards you? I just have all of the questions before I finish my irate rant about that whole thing. Well, towards you isn't as dumb. If they were walking in the same direction as you, why would you stop? You'd have to wait until they reached their destination or continue pulling forward slowly and then stopping repeatedly until they're no longer there. Coming towards you, you stop, you wait like 2 minutes, depending on how far away they are. Still stupid, in my opinion. Do they not believe in sidewalks, or like, how does that work? Like there should be a pedestrian walkway. Every place has pedestrian walkways. They're not like some crazy new form of technology. They exist everywhere. Well, maybe not everywhere. So I apparently just crossed a pedestrian crossing, which they were not at, and there was a pedestrian walkway for them to walk, but for some reason they were not there. Well, that's on them then. I don't know how you get a fine for that. That's stupid. Here, if you have the option to walk on a sidewalk and you walk in the street, you get a ticket, not the people driving by you. That doesn't make any sense. How do you ticket the driver for doing what they're supposed to do, which is drive in the street? Now, if you were driving on the pedestrian walkway, since they were in the street, I could see you getting a fine. That would make sense. Although I'd definitely give them some attitude about the pedestrians being in the street, so I used theirs. And then I would pay the fine. Because I would never win. Well, again, really sorry you had a pretty shit week. I'm totally sorry that that's why it was shit. And I don't think I could have made it better. Yeah, I did contest it first, but apparently if I do, I have to go to court. Yeah. That's quite a journey. I bet you they count on that sort of thing. Were you in a rental vehicle while you were there, or were you driving yours? Because it's kind of a yeah. Yeah, I bet you they knew. They probably gave you a fine because they knew you wouldn't drive all the way back to pay it. It's more common for people to pull out-of-state plates over here because the likelihood that someone will make a trip, like say if I from here was in my own personal vehicle and I drove across the country, they know I'm not driving across the country again 5 months later to fight something in court. It just it would not be done. It couldn't be done. Why is my watch doesn't make sounds lately. I'm not completely opposed to it, but it is a little weird that I didn't mute it in any way. Yeah, that really sucks. That's dumb. It's a bowl of dumb stupid batter. Out for delivery. Nice. I ordered a 4-pound tub of protein powder. Yum. And see, there was a bunch of proteins that were on sale at Walmart, so I bought them because on sale protein is better than not on sale protein, right? And they're trash. The flavors are pretty good. One is like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Tastes pretty good. The other one's chocolate because I'm a sucker for chocolate protein powder. It's like the only good flavor. There are some good strawberry ones. I just got a berry one that's surprisingly good when you mix it with chocolate. It tastes like not great stuff when you don't. But yeah, the protein powder, it has protein content, but nothing else. There's no amino acids, there's no vitamins, there's no minerals, there's nothing in it. It is absolute garbage, and it's one of the biggest, most promoted brands of protein that is out right now. Rise. That's right. I'm going to say your name. I'm going to clip this and I'm going to put it on all the socials. Your shit is trash. Nobody should buy Rise. It's absolute garbage. Their protein powder is fucking glorified candy. Okay, that's going a little far. It doesn't have a high sugar content, but it's not good. Rize, I believe. The most frustrating thing was that the fine is €200. Hey, let's start a fundraiser for Chrissy to pay a stupid fine. You know what? We should raise twice as much. You can pay it twice and go back there and do it again. I'm just kidding. Don't do the second part of that. You want to send Hustle and I some more chocolates and snacks and stuff? Pay you for the effort. Sure thing. What do you want? Chocolates. I don't know. I didn't expect a yes, so I haven't really thought that through. I do still have You can't read it, but this is the note you sent with the last ones. There's Easter treats in store too. I don't really care about Easter treats. Ooh, those rye chips. Yes. I would eat those all the time. Cloudberry jam was also good. The oat cookies. Oh my god, the oat cookies with the cloudberry jam. So freaking good. Yeah, they were stupid. I loved those. I can't tell if this is an L or an I. Is it Tuplamavi? The chocolate nougat bars. Super good. Tuplamaxi. Oh, so the L is an L, but the thing that looks like a V on here is an X. I didn't see that one coming. What are you, M. Night Shyamalan? What a twist. Fuck. You know, I never did get to drink that Mountain Dew. Did I tell you what happened with that Mountain Dew? Let me tell you the story of the Finnish Mountain Dew that I was so excited to have. No, your handwriting is really good, especially since you're writing in English. That's a joke because the Finnish alphabet is still the same letter. Never mind. So the Mountain Dew, pretty much the same issue that my thermos that came completely shattered had. It pressurized in the plane. So, yeah, I dropped that Mountain Dew 1 foot, which is like, what, 0.23 meters? Hold on. Am I doing that backwards? I know what 1 meter is, you bitch. I said 1 foot to meters. Anyway, I dropped it a foot onto carpet and it absolutely exploded. I do remember some drink falling into your lap when you opened it. Yeah, that was the other. 30 centimeters. Okay. So I was just low. Yeah. It blew up. I had Mountain Dew all over everything. Everything. As a matter of fact, I thought I had cleaned it all up, but when I started packing to move here, I found so many things that had Mountain Dew on them. I was scrubbing Mountain Dew off of boxes and items for like 2 hours because it had been so long that it caramelized and it was messed up. It was messed up. Chrissy sent me a bomb in the mail. She was just sitting there the whole time going and then yeah, exploded. I'm up now. Yeah, guy. My nephew just woke up. What the hell? I am up now. Ooh, do you have some flavored dates? Um, yes, but they don't sell them a lot of places. And even regular dates, you can buy some places. Fresh dates are even harder to come by. Candy dates are seasonal, rare. Take your pick of the two. I don't know that I want dates though, because like aren't those made by bees having sexes on them? Isn't that how dates come into existence? It's bee sex. What? Yeah, hold on. Let me make a Google really quick. Pitted dates. Yeah. What is
I'm gonna ask you a question. I want a straight answer. You queer?
Oh,
God damn
it's
I knew
figs.
It. I didn't say anything. Exactly. If someone asks you if you're a pole smoker, you just deny it. Bryce, I'm not gay.
Sorry,
That
Chrissy.
makes you gay.
He's not a smart man. Wow. That's rough. Accurate, but rough. It's figs. I was thinking of figs, and it's wasps, not bees. Yeah. A pregnant female fig wasp crawls into a fig through a tiny hole, loses her wings and antenna in the process. Inside, she lays her eggs, which pollinates the fig. Then she dies in there. The eggs hatch, the wasp larvae mate with each other inside the fig. The male wasps, which are wingless, chew an exit tunnel for the females and then die inside the fig. Yeah. So, wrong. Costco has nut butter filled with dates. I used to love Fig Newtons. Just saying. Yeah. Dates are good. I've eaten dates even after learning about the wasp sex that I clearly thought was about them. The nut butter is not filled. The dates are. So the dates are filled with nut butter? Yeah, I guess that's exactly how your text reads. Again, not a smart man. Yep. I clearly have some things to work through. Like learning, reading, writing, aromatics. See, to me, I thought that was pretty funny because it's arithmetic, but not being a smart man. I went with aromatics. B-sex. The dates we got in store are flavored. I love the cinnamon bun. Shut up. I want cinnamon bun dates. That just sounds incredible. I want cinnamon bun dates and buns with cinnamon. No. Cinnamon bun. Wait, hold on. I want dates that taste like cinnamon buns and cinnamon buns that have dates in them. And rye chips. Chocolate bars with all the nougat. Yeah. Are you writing all of this down? Oh, man. Yes. Oh, shit. For real? Awesome. Awesome. Like that. What else is there? I want some beverages because you all have some really good beverages, but I can't because they will explode. Or it will cost you a lot more to ship them because you would have to mark it as compressed, vacuum sealed, something. It really saddens me about my thermos when I think about it, so I try not to. I like to look at it. I'm so happy that you sent that to me. I was just really sad that it's glass lined and I didn't know that. I should have read the description for it, but I didn't. That's on me. I can't read, so should come as no surprise to anyone. It was very surprising to me when I opened it and it was shattered inside and I poured out a whole bunch of glass. And then I went to the website for it and they said our old style traditional glass lined thermos, and I just thought, fuck. Yeah, you shouldn't feel bad about it. You should feel amazing about it. You messaged me like every time they came in stock, which was only twice. If I ever come to visit, I will bring the one I've got. I wouldn't take it unless you get it autographed by all of the people at Remedy, in which case I will fight you for it. I'm kidding. I wouldn't. I'll tell you what, though. I don't want your thermos. I appreciate the offer. You can come to visit anytime. You could either stay at the Mall of America because they have a hotel and all of the shopping there, and I'm like 20 minutes away. Or you would never know because I would change it by secret. You just gonna sneak into my house and swap my thermos? I would definitely know. I would 100% notice somebody in my room. Chrissy's a fucking yautja and nobody knows it. She's got invisible... What is that called? Oh my god, they talked about it in that the Predator Badlands movie. The armor, like the cloaking device. Fuck. He wouldn't notice. He's asleep 90% of the time. I have been up for 14 hours already, sir. I woke up at 10 p.m. last night. He's asleep 90% of the time. Yeah. It's factual. I am at work or sleeping. Ooh. So, what I was going to say, Chrissy, instead of trying to replace my thermos, which I cherish, you don't have to feel bad about that or worry about it. You should feel bad about not going to Remedy Studios and telling them that I would be the perfect person to give early access to all of their upcoming projects to, because I love them. I could not say more how much I absolutely love everything Remedy does. Because I love them. Their narratives are incredible. Like, graphic updates in the last decade plus aside, like, yeah, their games graphically look great. The story to every single game is... It's amazing. I love all of their stuff. So yes, go to Remedy, since, you know, they're there, and just pitch them me. Show them this video, this clip of this video, and just be like, give to him. Let him play Control 2 before anyone else. He needs it. He deserves it. Tell them I'm gonna die if I don't. Tell them I'm gonna die, so I need it early because I won't be alive to play it. And then we can tell them that playing it cured me. It's a great plan, okay? I just want to fucking play Control 2. I mean, apparently when I was a kid, I managed to lockpick a fucking lock to a warehouse. I doubt it would be hard for me to get into your house. It would be harder than you think. Especially because I have motion activated cameras that notify me on my watch and my phone every time someone comes into my yard or drives by it. Also, there's 2 locks on every door. There are only 2 doors. Well, that's to get into the house. And then... well, all the rest of the doors inside are open, because that'd be weird. So, yeah, I guess if you can get through those, you're good. And I don't know if I did see the gameplay trailer. I don't think so. You can post a link to it in the chat. And then we can watch it in the chat. You know what else I didn't even think about, but is really cool? Doing that is an automatic ad blocker for YouTube videos, because previews, the tile previews for any YouTube video, They don't have ads. I did post a link to it in Discord. Don't post a link to it in Discord. Post the link to it in the chat. It'll play in the chat widget that's right here. It'll play in that. I built a embed YouTube video into it. Leaving now. Be there in like 25 to 30. My man. Why didn't that work? Hold on. I want to see if it's a permissions thing. Oh shit. Do I have this set to broadcaster only? I might, from when I was testing it. We'll find out. It will work. It will work. I think it's set to broadcaster only. Yeah, I think I watched this.
Zoe, I see the spotlights.
And you're getting closer. Listen, Dylan, we're getting distress calls from the theater, but research thinks we might have a resident.
Oh, I don't know if I watched this.
No one should have survived that.
Then I'll hurry.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mikael Kasurinen, and I'm the creative director of Control Resonant, the game-changing sequel to Control. What you are seeing here is an early mission captured from our in-development build. We play as Dylan Faden, our supernaturally gifted hero, in a version of Manhattan like you haven't seen before. We recently acquired Shift, an ability that empowers Dylan to seamlessly move through gravity anomalies and adapt to the world around
What?
him.
I definitely didn't watch this.
Here we are showcasing a set of different forms of Dylan's main weapon, the Aberrant, can take, and his supernatural abilities. There are a lot of different ones you can discover to suit your playstyle. While in combat, we encourage you to play aggressively, balancing between
It's like
melee
somebody
attacks
that loves
and
Souls
abilities.
games did like all the cocaine.
Any updates for me?
Kind of. You'll know it when you hear it. Just try to stay alive out there, okay?
Almost there, Zoe.
Yeah, you need to go to Remedy and tell them I need this.
What the hell is that thing?
I do have it set to broadcaster only. What a dummy.
I think I hear something. I know where the resonant is, Zoe. I'll call you back.
Resonants are the dominant threat in what's our most ambitious game to date. And we can't wait to share it with you later in 2026.
I need it. I hope it, oh man. I hope it's just as freaking good. I can't even count how many times I've played Control. As much as I love Alan Wake, I think I played Control like 16 times through the full game. It's just incredible. So good. I still do need to play Alan Wake 2 a couple more times. Like all the more times. I need to 100% that game to prove my fealties to Remedy. Yeah. Speaking of that word, when do you think they'll make a John Wick game? I'm surprised they didn't. If it was the 90s, that game would have released with the movie, just like everything else. Or the 80s. I guess the late 80s, early 90s, every movie came with a companion game. Well, maybe not every movie, but a lot of them. Fucking Goonies, Batman, Terminator. That's all I've got. RoboCop. RoboCop 3. I don't remember them making a RoboCop 2 game, but I had RoboCop on Nintendo, and I had RoboCop 3 on Super Nintendo. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I had that on Nintendo. That game was hard as hell. See, the difficult part about all of those games were there were no save state. Like, you couldn't save the game. And so when I made it all the way to the end and I was in the factory fighting the T-1000 in Terminator 2 and I died, I had to start the game all over. That's actually the reason to this day I never finished The Lion King. Because I made it all the way to Pride Rock, where you have to fight the hyenas and Scar, and I died fighting Scar. Terrible. Just waiting for the Tomb Raiders to be released. Yeah. I also am looking forward to that. Though I don't know. I do need to get that new graphics card. Still haven't gotten one. Well, you have time. I don't know that I like them rebooting Tomb Raider again instead of continuing the saga, but I did really like the original Tomb Raider series. So, maybe. And the trailer for the I don't know, it looks like a remake of the original Tomb Raider, so I don't know if it is, but it looks really good. Technically, it's continuing the saga from Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Is it really? So it is a continuation? Wait, hold on. So they're continuing from Shadow of the Tomb Raider by having her go to the locations from the original Tomb Raider? That's actually super fucking smart and cool. I take back everything I said. They are geniuses. You get to play through the original game with the mechanics and abilities of the current generation. I'm in. I was in regardless. Irregardlessly espresso. Not for nothing. I think so. At least in one of the trailers, she is having she has a pendant she had in that trilogy. I do like the idea of that quite a bit. Not gonna lie. When do those come out? Or when does that come out? Boop boopy doop boop. Two new Tomb Raider games have been announced. Yes, Legacy of Atlantis, a remake releasing in 2026, and Catalyst, a new entry releasing in 2027. Both games will feature a unified timeline for Lara Croft and are built in UE5. Okay, so Legacy of Atlantis, the one I was talking about that I saw the video for, is a remake of the first Tomb Raider game. You don't need to Google anything about Tomb Raider. You pretty much have a Tomb Raider dictionary right here. Nah. Cataclysm's located in India. I know. I read that on the Google. But is Catalyst a sequel to Shadow or yes, Catalyst is a sequel to Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I do fucking love Tomb Raider games, man. I played all of them. I loved Tomb Raider games. The action, the adventure, the pyramid titties, all of it. That was the first time I'd ever seen anybody mod a game. Was when people made Lara Croft naked. And images just flooded the internet. Everywhere you looked, pyramid titties. Pyramides? Oh, the times. Yeah. Morris Day and the motherfucking times. The drummer for the time just passed away. A couple months ago. It's a weird segue from pyramid tits to the passing of a drummer. He's not a smart man. that single sentence is just echoing in my brain. Oh, Chrissy, will you try to post a GIF or hustle somebody that's mod or VIP in the chat? I want to see if I fixed wiring the permissions for everybody or if I just fixed it for me as the broadcaster, because that would be really lame. They did do some challenge mode in the remastered Tomb Raider 1 through 3. Don't know if I'm a fan of that. I did not know that. Actually, I think 3 released with the challenge mode in it. Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Wait. Oh, you mean the remaster. I thought you were talking about the... Never mind. I didn't know that there was a challenge mode in the remasters. I haven't played any of those. I think I have all 6 of them. As a matter of fact, I know I do because I talked about playing those when I was going through Uncharted, which was a really good game, by the way. I'm glad I finally sat down and played all 4 Uncharted games last year. It only took me forever, but I did it. You know me, nothing like coming in late. If it's been out for like 10 years, I'll probably give it a chance. As a matter of fact, when is the... Oh, no, that already passed. I was going to say, when's the 10-year anniversary of Game of Thrones? But that was 5 years ago. Right? Didn't the first season of Game of Thrones come out in 2011? I think so. Well, it's been 15 now. I should probably finish it. I only have 4 seasons left to watch. Oh, I gotta call into work tonight. Tell them I can't come in. I'm doing hot girl shit. It's exactly what I'm gonna say over the phone, too. Ooh, did anybody... Well, I don't know if anybody cares or if anybody watches it, but if anybody does care and has watched the Daredevil Born Again series, the 2nd season just started up recently. And yeah, that's better. I watched the first episode of that yesterday. Oh, my nephew's here. See? Cameras. I'll be right back. Yeah, you better take off your shoes. You want a chair? You gonna sit and stay and hang out? Oh yeah, if you want to check those. Yeah, that'd be... Yow! That'd be legit. So, use my tool. go in. They're on the back right. Yeah. I'll check it out. So yeah, just you have a tracer, right? Plug it in. The breaker box is out there. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even look yet. I'm gonna have to check what breaker they're supposed to be attached to. But it's just weird. Those two are the only two out there that don't work. So your garage door opener? Yeah. Okay. All the lights, everything. Everything out there works except for those two outlets. Okay. I was checking. Maybe something like one of the five. It is a GFI. Maybe they just paused or something. I'll look at it. Reset. The test. I hit reset. There's no light on it. Plug anything into it. It doesn't come on. But it works when I moved in because I used it. It stopped working while I was using it. Oh, weird. Yeah. I was charging a battery from my leaf blower on it. Oh, okay. And I came home and the light was off, and I was like, oh, cool, it's done charging. And I put the other battery in there, and the light didn't come on. And I was like, fuck. So I hit test, and I hit reset, and nothing. All right. Breakers. They're all good. Yeah, it's messed up. I'll go check it out. Word. Hard. I actually have the box pulled out too. It's sitting in the laundry room. I mean, I'll take it. You don't want the box for it? I've used that thing twice. I'll take it. I don't know. I will be right back because I'm gonna pee since I'm already standing up. Okay? Okay. $12,400, huh? Handled by me. You need a water wheel. All right, I'm back. He's gonna go mess with some outlets that are not working for whatever reason. I can't figure it out. Although I do have a little thing you can plug into an outlet, and then you can take that to your breaker box, panel, whatever, and it will tell you what breaker that outlet is attached to. You can use it on lights, whatever. It'll just trace an electrical line to its source, I guess, is what it does. Son of a bitch. Well, that means I need to fix that. Unless this doesn't... No, this should work for me. Why won't it let me copy this shit? Do I really have to go back to my other chat? So you can't highlight and copy stuff in the Atom Stream Suite multi-chat? Okay, so oh wait, I'm sorry. You know what? That's also on me. Chrissy, do me a favor and repost that. I didn't refresh the browser source after I changed the permissions. So it might still have been fixed. I won't. Fuck! I, I don't want to go in and have to try and mess with any of that if I don't have to. Oh, good. See, it does work. Okay, so the permissions work. So VIPs, mods, broadcaster. Or you can set it to everyone. It's the same stuff as Nutties. Just with a different look on screen and a couple of different bells and whistles that I thought were nice upgrades and quality of life improvements. Like when you use Nutty's multi-chat thing for the browser source stuff, when you're building it, anytime you make changes, it resets. And then you have to type in test messages in order to see the changes you're making. Every time you make a change. I didn't really enjoy that. So in mine, you don't have to do that. It actually has a default thing already in there. Jesus. How tall is this? I really need to either switch my outer monitors to 2K or my inner monitor to a 4K monitor. I'd be more inclined to go with 2K on the outers, to be honest. See, it comes with this already in there, so if you make any changes, you can see them as they are made. But also, anytime you type a chat message or somebody else types a chat message, it will put that in. Look at that. It sent it from both accounts. I had not tested that yet. That's incredible. Although it registered the name as the same user, so it put the messages on the same side, which is equally incredible, instead of it alternating sides because it thinks it's two different people. But if somebody on YouTube who is not the same as somebody on Twitch has the same name, it would think they're the same person. That's the face I made when I just came to that realization. Oh, I didn't finish building this out yet. I gotta change the avatars in the demo stuff. I also have to remove this demo preview button and this live preview button. Originally, the demo was by itself, and then you had to click live preview to actually get the chat to feed, and I was like, that's extra steps. I love this Chuck Norris gif. It's so good. It's like the Jean-Claude Van Damme video he did where he did the splits between two trucks to show how like stable they are. And that wasn't AI, by the way. I don't know if it was CGI though. I can't say for sure. But I think he really did the splits between two Volvo like what are those called? Semi trucks. Fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, so I set these up so that I could have the demo and then have the live preview. And then I was like, shouldn't they just be in the same window? Like, why am I not doing that? So, cut to everything in the same window. But one thing I still can't resolve is getting actual badges to populate in here. It says broadcaster subscriber. I don't know why. Rest in peace, Norris. He and his awesomeness will be missed. Yeah, he will. It's hard to believe for me that somebody as decent and awesome as him could also be supportive of somebody who is the complete opposite, i.e. Donald Trump, vis-a-vis concordiantly. What's you doing out there, guy? But my panel's in the garage, fool. I'm aware. It's not connected to anything. You couldn't find the breaker in that box out there that those two outlets are on? I know, I said that. Nothing tripped. I know, I said that too. Well, that's why I asked if you had one of those things you can plug in and find out which breaker they're supposed to be attached to. Yeah, but I'm also putting down the idea that you should try to trace it. Although if there's no power going to it, I don't know how you would do that. I'm picking up everything. Apparently me. Arrived. I just got your message telling me you were here. I didn't need it. Cameras. Oh no, what is this?
What year did his house burn down?
Oh, about 2 years ago. How do you know his house burned down?
It's such good timing.
Who'd you say did the electrical work?
Oh, that would be my nephew, Thomas. He's very handy.
What year did his house burn down?
Oh, about 2 years ago. How do you know his house burned down?
This is so good. Although, the electrical work that I did in this house, I had my nephew sign off on because he is a licensed electrician. So, I don't think anything will be starting on fire. I did say think. I hope nothing will start on fire. Unless it's upstairs. If the upstairs caught fire, I might be okay with that. I would let it do just enough damage to file an insurance claim that would allow me to rebuild the entire upstairs and add a second story. and just hope nothing down here gets damaged. Because I actually do intend to gut portions of down here. Like that room back there and my closet slash the bathroom out here. But that's kind of it in the basement. Upstairs, I got to rip out all the carpet, the existing subfloor. I got to put new subfloor down, new carpet. I want to rebuild the entire kitchen. I don't like the layout. I don't like how small or tight it is. But I have 5 years to do all of that. That's how long I have to live here. It's a stipulation of my first-time homebuyer's loan that I have to occupy this residency for 5 years at least. So I figure, I got 5 years to save up money to renovate that kitchen, turn that into a proper walk-in closet ensuite bathroom, and then sell the house for like $600,000. That's the hope, at least. I know it's crazy, but when I set goals, they're always stupid. It's just kind of my thing. It's just setting stupid goals. Otherwise, why set them? Like if it's not something you really have to work at, it's not really a goal. And that's different for everybody. Like people have things that they really have to work at that aren't, financially based or hard to attain by other people. I don't know how to phrase that sentence. You get what I'm trying to say though, right? Like for some people it wouldn't be buying a house because they were born into money. They'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just go buy another house right now. And it's like, that's cool, guy. But I'm sure they have other goals, or at least should, like not being a little bitch. Oh, I'm kidding. There are people that are made of money that aren't little bitches. I'm sure somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. There are definitely people with a lot of money that aren't little bitches, but they earned that. They worked hard for it. Which is probably why they're not little bitches. They can still remember where they came from, and it wasn't being a spoiled little bitch. Goals like gaining 12 levels in 5 hours. Yeah. I reached that goal. Shit. Fucking killed it. I got like 2 levels. I was like, yup. Goal achieved. Cash me out. It just takes too long. I was unaware of how little experience you gain in that game. I hadn't really paid attention to it. I mean, even playing with you in Snap, I went up 2 levels. That's just wild. and trying to level up factions, it's even, I don't want to say worse. It's probably as slow. But it's good. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I like the fact that it's a slow grind. You can't just punch through to being done. It just sucks that I can't put the time in. I bet it does when you do knife only runs and don't do main quest lines. I only did knife only runs once. It was a 1-day thing. So there. It just takes forever no matter what. I did one when I played with you in Snap. And I will have you know that when we went into that run, I did pretty fucking well. Kind of. I still went down first, but I didn't have body armor. So. But Snap also went down in that match, and he was geared. Snap goes down in every match. Yeah. Yeah. I could probably be on tonight after I sleep. You'll be fucking sleeping though. See, that's the other thing. Like when everybody's got time to play, I'm either at work, sleeping before work, or busy. If we get them back up, we usually win. That's how we measure if the match will be successful or not. If Snap goes down and you get him up. If nothing bad happens, the match was a bust. I don't even know how much XP you get from those quest lines. New season in the finals. Cool. Borderlands 4 is on sale for $49. I want them to give the damn release date for Hellraiser. Like, what the shit, man? I just watched the gameplay trailer for Halloween looks exactly like Friday the 13th. it's like 1-to-1, and I could not be more okay with that. I just really hope they do proximity chat again. That was the best part of Friday the 13th. Everything about the Friday the 13th game was just amazing to me, but I really enjoyed proximity chat. When you're a really good stealthy killer and you can sneak up right next to people and they have no idea you're there, hearing them scream is just awesome. Hearing them scream, mash buttons, and kill themselves jumping through a window is even better. I loved that. That's still one of the highlights of my gameplay ever. Like any game, that's probably in my top 10 moments. Oh shit, whatever happened with oh, yeah, that's right. You told me. I was going to say whatever happened with Legend of California, but you told me that they did a private invite through their Discord and then said that they might do a small batch of invites through Steam. Super lame. Oh, I wanted to try Reanimal and Toxic Commando and Alien Rogue Incursion. Maybe I'll be able to buy new games after a couple weeks into April. I get my raise at work. Should be on the 10th. Oh, dope. My Amazon package is here. I'm surprised they didn't just give it to my nephew. Walking it over to the front door. Oh, shit. I'm getting sleepy. I need to wake up. Where is my dog? Ugh. I don't know what I'm going to do when I end stream. I'm torn. I want to watch this movie. I want to go see a different movie. And I want to go do some stuff in my yard. Like, fucking clean up more dog shit from the previous owner. See, when I thought that it was bad that they didn't clean up after their dog during the winter, I didn't also know that they hadn't cleaned up after their dogs all summer. But now that the leaves are drying out from all the water that was on them, because they obviously didn't like to clean up fucking anything, so there's just like 9 bags worth of leaves in my yard. As those have dried up and started blowing all around, it's uncovering more treasures in the yard. Such a dick move. If you're gonna sell your house, clean the dog shit out of the yard. It's fucking rude. She left me a note on the counter. It was here when I moved in. Like the first day I came into the house, there was a note on the counter. It was just giving me like the access code to the shed, the access code for the garage door, wishing me the best, telling me I'm gonna love it here. And she left me her email. So if I had any questions, I could reach out. And I can't tell you how much willpower it takes to not email her every day I come in from that yard to just ask who leaves a year's worth of dog shit all over the yard, let alone sells the house after doing so. So gross. It's not cool, man. The first day the snow melted, I cleaned 8 gallons. I filled an 8-gallon trash can with dog shit. Twice. What is wrong with them? That's so much. It's so much. And now there's more. And I don't want to do it again, but I have to because I do want to walk around in the yard. I want to work in the yard. I gotta do some layout prep so I can do some landscaping back there. Now I'm thinking about getting this. Hold on, I'll try to find it on the interwebs. I'll either find a YouTube video of one or I'll just find a listing for one. No. I don't want to quote. Okay, fine. Apparently, I'm gonna have to look it up on YouTube because you can't really tell what it is in the listing. Here we go. This is an infinity pool hot tub combo. Why is my camera pointed at the wall? That's weird. So it's got a hot tub on one end, and then it's got a swimming pool that blows the water at you at such a high rate that you can swim in place. I want one. I want to swim. I don't know what this guy is saying, but we should dub it. Is there any water in this at any point? Nope. Look at this. If you unscrew these shower heads, you can change them out with light bulbs. You will be electrocuted. But that's not a problem, because then you get superpowers. But yeah, I really, really want one of those. Just right in my backyard. I don't want to get a pool because they're too much. They're too much money. They're too much real estate. Like, it takes up so much space. And I want one to swim in. Like, that's it. I actually like to swim. So I think it would be just better to have one of those that I could just swim in place. Although I'm sure that thing is like $12,000. Actually, you know what? I just looked it up and I didn't even think to look at the price. What the fuck? Nuh-uh. Yeah, it says between $30,000 and $79,000. You can buy used older models for $20,000 to $25,000.
What's up?
What's up, Steve? What's going on? How you doing? How you been? How are things? And to answer your question, not too much, man. Just sitting here hanging out, chatting, second guessing my life choices to have a desire to own a swim spa. $80,000. For $80,000, I'll just build a pool. That's crazy expensive. I am glad that you are doing okay. Is this a chat you built? Yes. In a way. It's a... it's a customized version of Nutty's multi-chat widget. It's built off of his source code for his multi-chat widget. But yes, the CSS is mine. Some of the backend stuff is different. A lot of it had to be changed because of how my website runs. I'm guessing. I don't know. But I don't think Fourth Wall is built in the same base. I also don't know that he uses Fourth Wall. But my website's built on Next.js using TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS. And just the layout of it, I had to part out some of the scripts into other locations. Then he had like 5 different JavaScript files. I have one. So a lot of the stuff got put together. But like the core functionality of it and everything remains. So it handles YouTube, Twitch, Kick, TikTok. You can embed GIFs, PNGs. I also added the ability to add YouTube videos straight into it, so YouTube previews will play in the chat. And then I just wanted to change the design. I wanted something that resembled the liquid glass look on an iPhone, since I built this to mimic the dynamic island on an iPhone. It just seemed more consistent design-wise. But yeah, it's neat. I can't take all the credit. It's definitely a work of Nutty, both in, you know, thought and execution on a lot of it. Honestly, I don't think I would have even messed with it if I hadn't paid for it. But I figured since I gave him money, like, I'm gonna make it do what I want. Because it is a free tool, but I donated like $30 to him when I grabbed it. Also, I don't think he would be mad that I did it. Still have a little bit of stuff I want to do. Like you can't really see the glass texture in the background of the bubbles, because I turned all of the opacities on those down. right before I decided I was going to go live to test the actual functionality of it with the alternating chat sides. So every other person that speaks, it will swap sides, much like in a phone conversation. So while you're chatting, all of your messages will be on one side, and if somebody else starts chatting, their message will go to the other side, and it'll keep doing that. And I couldn't really test how that would work or look by myself. I mean, I did, but it was a real pain in the ass. And then I had to make sure that I didn't screw up the permission gating for embedding images, files, or not files, images. Well, yeah, I guess a PNG is a file, but that is an image, and I said images. So, PNG images, GIF files, and the YouTube stuff. Because I originally, it didn't work at all. And then I fixed it so that it did in theory. And I had to be live to make sure that moderators and VIPs could, in fact, post those things into the chat. Otherwise, there was no way to know. And I guaranteed that it would work. And then it didn't. Because I forgot to switch the permissions off of broadcaster only. But yeah, it's done. For now. I'm gonna do some things to it. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a slight shimmer to each chat bubble. And like right as I was going live, I had the idea to make that shimmer a different color for moderators and VIPs. Which I think I could work out. I mean, it's easy enough to just change the color of it, but I don't want it to be so basic. Like, I want it to look like a shimmer. But luckily enough, the actual setup for that shimmer has like 4 different parts to it. They're all set to white, but it's different opacities and brightnesses, so I think if I work that out with pink for VIPs and green for moderators, it'll still look all right. I think. Also, I never even asked anybody what they think about having the avatar in the bubble. That's how it looks on the phone. Originally, when I did it, I had it so that the avatar was outside of it, and then I opened my iPhone, and I mean, you can see that any avatar for anything that pops up is in the actual bubble. So I moved it into the actual chat. I just thought it looked cleaner. Still do. I'm going to keep it like that. It'll grow on people. I promise. It won't. Nobody's going to care. Oh. I wish everything could start as somebody else's shit. Someday somebody will take something I've done and they'll be like, I'm gonna make this better. And they will. And I'll feel so proud of them. What's been new, Steve? I haven't had the pleasure of your company or conversation in quite a while. Last time you stopped in, you had to leave almost immediately after. I might have to leave pretty quick here. Actually, I probably do have to leave in the next half hour. I don't know what my nephew is doing out there with my damn electrical. And I'm supposed to bring my dog over. Well, actually, my mom was supposed to bring my dog over. I told her to do it last night. She said it's too cold. She doesn't want to put him in her vehicle because of how much he sheds. So she was just going to walk him over. What the fuck? Okay. It looked like there was some random car parked in front of my house. And setting up a streaming setup on Linux again. Nice. Built a voice control for OBS. Nice. Linux doesn't have a built-in one like Windows, so one has to be installed. What are you using for it and how's it working out? Every time someone says Linux, I think about how much I always wanted to build a smart mirror using a Raspberry Pi. Just because I always thought it would be cool. And now I don't. I don't know why I would use it. Like, I have my Googles. I can tell them to play music or ask them the weather and all of that stuff. I don't need to see it on my mirror. Although, it would be kind of cool to build one into an actual window. Bosk is the voice control, and I installed OBS CMD and use a Python script to run it. Almost there. Oh, cool. My dog is coming. Is it working out pretty well? Because I know when I was messing with some voice recognition stuff for my Raven, I was having a lot of issues. but for different reasons. Well, each failed attempt took way longer than I like to remember to actually fail. Like, I had to build so much to reach a point where I could fail, and then it would fail. And I was so over it. I was just talking to somebody about that the other day at work. Because I had been talking, like I was sending messages to Hustle while I was working on the different aspects of all of that. And when I was trying to work out the voice control stuff, I had typed out a message giving up, like saying I can't do it. I quit. Like, I was so frustrated and just done. And I was like, I'll try one more thing. Because the second thing that I tried, I remember setting up logs that could tell if my mic was picking up audio, which I hadn't even thought to do in the first pass. So I don't even know if that was picking up audio. But it was detecting sound, but it couldn't dictate it. And then I was having a problem with something else in that same build version, and I ended up going down this whole rabbit hole for like all three of the components that went into that. And it turned out that my beacon hardware was what was causing all of the problems. And there was no way around it. And I was like, F. Hard fail. It's not the first time either. There's a couple things that can't run when you use beacon stuff. Unbelievably smooth. So when I say computer main view, it responds quickly. Very nice. Very nice. It'll probably end up working out better than using Microsoft Dictation, because Microsoft Dictation is kind of trash. You can open the doors yourself? Serious? You just wedged yourself between them. Come here. Come here. Do it here. Yeah. Don't trip, dummy. Oh, thanks. My fucking dog went to run up the stairs, tripped on it, and face planted into the other stair. He's gonna love it here so much. Basically, it's speech to text and would work with any OBS CMD. Yeah. And that's why I say it'll probably work better than Microsoft, because Microsoft's dictation is just, I don't know why, and I've said this at least 100,000 times. Microsoft 10's dictation performed better than Windows 11's does. And I brought that up, and they said no. They said nothing has changed. Yeah, SpeakerBot and StreamerBot both run on, well, it runs on whatever dictation or text-to-speech, speech-to-text, whatever your operating system does. So if you have StreamerBot and SpeakerBot installed on a Mac, it uses whatever Apple has, and I don't know what that is. And if you have it installed on a Windows PC, it uses that. Actually, do they still support? I haven't looked at that in a really long time. StreamerBot might not actually work on. No, they didn't officially launch that. So you have to use a kind of workaround. Vosk is cross-platform, Linux, Mac, or Windows. See, and I think it would be beneficial to everybody if StreamerBot would kind of wire in a third-party voice system. I don't care who it's from, but the Microsoft one, the dictation is trash. And especially for people like me who have hardware like this that runs, what is this, 96,000? Like StreamerBot has such a problem with it, it won't work. I used to have a second mic set up here just for StreamerBot. I had to, because it won't pick up my speech from a beacon mic unless I port it through NVIDIA's application. What is the name of that? I don't remember, but you can have it send out a second output at 48,000, and then it would work. But yeah, if you have a dynamic mic or a condenser mic or anything that's more than 48,000, it won't register. And I was like, that's cool. And I get nice things, and then you're like, no, you can't have those. That's awesome that it's working out. When you get it done, you should well, I don't know. Have people already made tutorials on that sort of thing? Like, were you able to look any information up for that while you were doing it? Because if not, I think that would be a really cool thing for you to be able to do. I have StreamerBot in a bottle installed on Linux. SpeakerBot will not, but I found a dev who released a replacement in Linux called Speakaboo, which does text-to-speech. It's not as full-featured, no AI voices. It's still actually pretty cool. CJ, what's up? Apparently, much like Adam's multi-chat, mine does not register emotes from YouTube. I have to fix that. I'm gonna fix that. I need to make a note of that. Fix YouTube emotes in chat widget. There. No, I won't forget. Bottles is a wine install, but easier. What the fuck, Chrissy?
It's gonna be okay, Emily. I got you. Thanks for coming to Road Hills. Did you hear that? Sounds like boss music. Oh. Nice to saw you. Ow. 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 Ow.
I love it. I love it. I love that dude's shit, man. It's so good. There are some videos out there, but not quite like how I do it. You should definitely make some content on it. Absolutely. Oh man. I love that guy's So I Played videos. The animations and just his like hot take on everything is so good. They always make me happy. Some of them are, I think the Resident Evil Requiem one, the full video, I enjoyed more because some of the parts were so off base. And I think he did that on purpose. I plan to. Haven't made a tutorial in about 3 years. Hey, man. That's right up my alley. I just made one for the first time in like I don't even know how many months it was. There just so much shit happened last year. I wanted to make them. I had more done, like fully scripted, recorded, edited, everything than I published. And there was a lot. Why does it not show who sent the YouTube video? Personal choice. For sizing of the bubble. With padding and everything, they got quite big. But I was, after seeing them in here, because this is the first actual test of them, I was thinking about at least adding the avatar to the side. I mean, I could pretty easily put the avatar and the name back in. But it'll use the same information that every bubble has. Unless I purposefully write it differently. So that it's just the name and the avatar. Because originally it uses that whole row. Like that whole row where the name, the badges, the platform, all of that, that's one container. So if I add it in, the clock is part of that. And it's the thickest part. So it adds a lot of padding to the top, and then that evens out by adding the same padding to the bottom. So then those embeds get pretty tall. Well, I mean, I sent you the pictures of them the first time. I understand nothing. You have the... Oh, actually, I didn't. I didn't send you what it looked like. Never mind. I sent you pictures after I had already taken that stuff out. So you don't know what it looked like. So it doesn't show who sent gifts either? No. No, I stripped it from the embed container entirely. So any embed, PNG, GIF, YouTube, it's gone from all of them. It was a cleaner look. I disagree. You disagree that looks cleaner than having the name, badges, clock, platform, and avatar in there with the GIF or video? Well, agree to disagree. I think it definitely looks cleaner. I don't think it's as informative. If I were to add the stuff back in, would you say... See, now I get to pretend Hustle sent that one. Would you say it would be better to put just the avatar in, or put that entire... Fuck, what did I name that? There's a name for that container that has all of the information in it. It starts with an M. I think. It probably doesn't start with an M. Every time I say something starts with a letter, I am never right. Like 100% fail rate. God, what was the name of that movie? It starts with a P. Oh yeah, Jurassic World. I successfully fail every single one of those. Days since our last nonsense. Today. Yes. Where the hell did they go? Where did my dog go? What the shit, man? Oh, I don't think he's in the yard. Yeah. I could put it all back in. It'll only take like 20 minutes. It might not even take 20 minutes. It'll probably take 4 hours. I should have taken a damn picture of it and sent you a picture of it when all of the stuff was in there. I did, if you notice in the picture, originally the YouTube embeds had informational stuff at the bottom of it that said YouTube preview, auto muted, click to unmute, stuff like that. And I was like, that's dumb. There was also a button you could click to watch it on YouTube, and I was like, nobody can click shit in the chat. Why is that there? So I removed all of that so that they play full container. But then, yeah, I guess I didn't really think to get a second opinion on not having the name. I kid you not, I thought about it. I thought about it when I did it. I ran it a couple times with all the information, and it only took like one message and one YouTube embed to fill the chat. And I was like, nah. But to be fair, I also tightened the borders quite a bit well after that, because there was more of a gap. The padding was substantially more originally. It's a whip, man. It's a whip. You know, it's a work in progress. I don't know why you got Colbert over here slow clapping at me. That's not supportive or encouraging. That's mean. It's a very mean-spirited gif. That's mean. It's not. I'm fine with it. I am going to be super lame and take my leave, as I do want to. I learned it from your dad. What the fuck? I want to see dog. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? You gonna go in my room now? Just gonna sniff everything? Shame, shame, shame.
What's up?
That's a big cat. Get out of that room. What's up, Smooth? Come here. Don't need to be back there. Dude, if you're trying to get into my fucking sauna, now you come out. What a butthole. This fucking guy. That's a big cat. So much cold air comes from both of those areas. It stays nice and toasty in here when I keep those doors closed. It is a big cat. Anyway, Smooth, I'm going to apologize to you first because you just came in and I am about to leave. Chat bubbles look real clean. Been lurking for like an hour. Oh, good. Well, then I don't feel nearly as bad for leaving. I hate bailing on people when they just get here. They're like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Not me. Not me." Oh, no, it's food time. I haven't eaten since shit, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. It was still dark out when I made food last, so. And I've got my nephew here. He drove a half hour to be here. My dog. My mom's up there. I'm gonna go do life things. See the family. But shall I get it? I'm going back to sleep. What the fuck, man? Everybody is just making me super jelly. I remember when I just lived on naps, just sleeping all the time. Are you in a new place? Yes. Yes, I am. Yeah, I bought a house in February. So I've been here for 39 days. I actually just got all of my first bills like this last week. Yeah, it's been pretty cool. It's definitely got its ups and downs. Like, go nap with your big cat. I wish. He ain't gonna let me do that. He's in a new place. Having never lived on my own, I always had roommates or I always lived with family. Like when I was 18 and I moved out, I had roommates. Actually, Nuisance, who comes into the chat, that was one of the first people I ever lived with. Right after I turned 18, I went and moved in with him. Well, yeah, I always thought, just because so many annoying situations living with people, I was like, yeah, living alone is gonna be awesome. And it, like, in ways it is, it's cool, but in a lot of ways it's not. Like, it's real lonely, like, all the time. You're just alone, like, always. No, the first few days were probably the hardest with all of it, because I didn't have my computer set up, so I couldn't talk to anybody. I couldn't really do anything to fill my time. And I was just working at trying to get it done and get it all in and set up. So I wasn't really doing anything for myself to care for myself. But once I got all that set up, it was great. You know, I could watch TV, I could go on the internet. I was able to, you know, stream my shows, pull my treadmill out and get on that. My exercise bike, get on that. Time for you to hop on Grinder. I can't believe he just opens that door. I love that you can open that. Come on. Come on. Hi. You're gonna smell everything, huh? Yeah. Thanks. Oh, but not having to clean up after people is, it's pretty nice. I like that. Anyway, right? I'm sorry, I'm getting me. Smooth. Steve, thank you both for coming in. It's been a while since I've talked to both of you, so it's very nice to have you here. Hopefully I will see both of you again soon if you have the time, or if I do. Most of my streams are generally pretty short lately because I'm just trying to fit so much stuff into tight time frames. I've never had a roommate when I had my own place until my wife moved in with me a few years before we were married. Now we've been in this house for 34 years. That's incredible. That's amazing. I will not be in this house for 34 years. Nope. I like it and it's nice, but I intend to build equity and sell it so I can go build my haunted mansion in the woods. That's not actually a plan of mine, but it sounded good. Also, Chrissy, thank you very much for both being here and putting all the stuff in the chat and helping me test that out. Nice chatting. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's great talking to you as well, sir. I'm glad that the Linux stuff is working out. That's super cool. If you do end up making a video for it, I will check that out. I'm intrigued. Color me interested. Or if you ever stream any of it, I'll be there for that too. Well, you'd have to stream it from something else, because if you're well, no, you could stream it from, fuck, man, I need to go. I get babbly when I'm hungry and tired, or just in general. Chrissy, I was super serious about the snacks thing, and paying you for your time and effort to help you with your stupid fine from, I can't remember if you said Switzerland or Sweden. You said Sweden, right? You need to send me a list of what you want. I gave you the list. No, I'll try to gather some intel from Hustle on stuff that he would like from Finland, and I will send you a list. There is a stream or two on my YouTube channel. Oh, cool. I'll check those out. I will. I can watch those while I'm working on stuff. It would be informational and entertaining. And just to appease and make Hustle happy, I will put the information and avatars back in the embed container. God. Until next time, which might be tonight. I don't know. Depends on how I feel when I wake up. I do want to work out today. I didn't work out at all this week because of how my back felt. So, it kind of sucked. If you can get through my fumbling, dude, you have never seen me work on anything. There's a reason. There's actually a couple reasons I stopped trying to work on stuff on stream. One of them is I can't focus at all, even a little bit. I fumble the simplest stuff. I can't do it. I don't get through anything. And the other is I feel embarrassed because I do terribly. It makes me feel bad. Anyway, appreciate you all very, very much. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever. Whatever it is, wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. If I do have time, maybe I will stream tonight. Maybe I'll just get on the total gym and I'll just sit here and work out while I talk to people. I put on my wireless mic, just Be cool. Okay. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you later.